live. It is live. We are live, guys. Yes, we are. We got a good show for you all today. I didn't forget what I was going to call this show. No, I know what I was going to call it. Let me make sure of that. Before we jump to anything, let's make sure we have some people that are going to come join us today. I want to make sure that this is going to be worthwhile, and I'm sure it's going to be. But let's have some folks come into the chat. If you guys can hear me, let's make sure my volume is good, and then we will get to it once some people start to filter in. Guys, if you can hear me, drop me a 1 in the chat. Drop me a 1 in the chat. I am so random. I must say I'm so random. I'm so random, guys. I haven't given you a schedule when I'm going to be live yet. And maybe I will give you a schedule, but I'm so random. If you guys can hear me, drop me a 1 in the chat. I would love to hear from you guys. I would love to hear from you guys. We got a good show scheduled for today. We got a good show scheduled for today, guys. And this is what I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to be talking about, hard skills will get you hired, and your soft skills will get you fired, or it's going to get you to that pot of money. That is right. It's going to get you to the pot of money. And I'm going to give you guys some of my experience. Tangeray is in the house. Welcome to the chat, Tangeray. I hope you are having a fantastic day. I'm doing good, guys. I am doing good. I have off for the rest of the week until Tuesday. That's right. I have off because we have a long weekend with Labor Day coming up around the corner. I took off for the remaining of the day. I have off on tomorrow. I'm sure I will do some work. And I have off on Monday as well because it is a holiday. We don't have anything planned. But today we are going to do some dinner tonight with some friends. But come on to the chat, guys. Come on into the chat. I want to hear from you guys. And when you come into the chat, do me a favor. Leave me your city, where you're from, where you come in and you're joining us from. We got people all over the world that ends up watching this show and supporting this channel. And I want to make sure that I just know where you guys are from. Tangeray is in the house. He says he hears us. Tangeray Gin and Tonic. I love that name. I really do love that name. That's a dope name, Tangeray 10 Gin and Tonic. Tangeray is actually a really good gin. Who else is in the house? Guys, when you come into the chat, do me a favor, hit that like button. Also, when you come in, do me a favor, drop me a city where you're at today. Where are you at today? Where are you joining us from today? And we're going to dive into this one, guys. We are going to dive into this. Taboo Smash is in the house. He can hear us. He can hear us. That's good. That's a good start to this live stream, guys. That's a good start to the live stream. All right. We're going to be talking about it today, guys. Hard skills will get you hired, but the soft skills will get you fired. Or if you master the soft skills, which we like to talk about in this channel, management information systems, soft skills, right? You master the soft skills, you're going to get to the bag. That's right. You can become a millionaire because you're going to be able to get a wonderful paying job in IT. You're going to be able to get the bag. You can invest the money that you get because you're going to be earning a high salary. You can invest it to become a millionaire. And you're looking at a person who has done that within his life. Thomas is in the house as well too. Future is in the house as well too, guys. It sounds like, ATL is in the house. That's where Tangeray is at. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. We're going to have a good time today, guys. We're going to have a good time today. Housekeeping. Make sure you do this. Kentucky football. Blackmont Outdoors is in the house. Kentucky football. Kentucky on the football trip. I love it. Indianapolis. Professor Black's in the house. Hey, this guy has the credentials, man. This guy has credentials. I might have a call-in show today. Depends on how this show goes today. I may do a Zoom call-in to get you folks to call in, to just chat it up, to have some fun with us today. Reporting live from Akron, Ohio. Let us get started, guys. Let us get started. So the whole point of this show is to just talk about hard skills will get you hired. Soft skills will get you fired. Soft skills, if you master them, will get you to the bag, guys, the bag. BP is in Connecticut. He's in Connecticut. So we're going to do this. All right. We're going to talk about what are soft skills and why are they, or why have they really gone missing? And I'm going to give you guys just this. Let me tell my story first. And this is based on a live coaching client that I have. So I'm not going to use the real names. That's not what I'm going to do in this show today. But I'm going to give somewhat of a name here. And you guys may relate to this because either one, you are in school, right? You are in school going to get a management information system, some sort of IT degree. You are in a career transition because you want to get into IT. You are a professional and you aren't where you are in your career yet. And you want to get to the bag and you want to get that pot of money. You want to make a large salary. So how this can relate to you is I just want you to listen in on some of these tips of soft skills that will be able to benefit you to get you to where you want to go to in life. Okay. So a client of mine, we're going to call him Jeremy. Super smart guy, very smart guy. I think this guy is really gifted because one of the things that I've noticed about him is that he has basically a photographic memory. And he, looking back at his resume and his track record, the guy is gifted and he dominated his high school class. I think he graduated number 3 in his high school class out of like 220 something. He also dominated his college because he graduated, was it summa cum laude, if I'm saying that the correct way. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. And one thing I noticed is that he's very smart, but his interpersonal skills are not always there. And this is why he has come to me to be able to help him out as a coach. Okay. Growing up, he preferred much to stay inside the house and devote a lot of his time to playing video games and to, playing Call of Duty and stuff like that, right? So he basically lived in a virtual world, as we would say. A lot of us see ourselves doing that. A lot of us are raising kids doing that, right? iPads. I have a daughter and a son, and they love their iPads, guys. I mean, they're playing Roblox all day, right? We make sure that we get them away from the iPads and stuff like that, but they spend a lot of their times online and in virtual reality. And this is kind of what life has turned it to, right? So Jeremy did that. That's how he grew up. Super smart guy, photographic memory, top of his class, right? But doesn't have the ability to relate with others. And he has a lot of ambition to move up to become a manager, right? So, a lot of his time was spent in the basement, just secluded in the basement, and life outside the doors wasn't anything that he was comfortable with. So if you're sitting inside the basement playing video games all the time, you're going to miss a lot of opportunities. You're going to miss a lot of opportunities. And Aaron, we'll get to that. We're going to get to the questions, guys. So I'm going to open this up. So here's the thing. Nobody expects for everybody to be an extrovert, but we're expecting for people to be able to have the soft skills. And we're going to be talking about those soft skills, guys. And it's not your personality type of being an extrovert or introvert. It's really about mastering the soft skills, guys. So Jeremy missed the opportunities of connecting with people. He really missed the opportunity for connecting with people because he stayed in the house and he played video games. He was, locked in the basement and so forth. And although he was a remarkable kid and he had a lot of potential, he just missed the opportunity to connect with people of higher standards, and that would turn him into somebody who was very remarkable, but that's not where he was. So Jeremy basically has an imbalance of skill sets. On one hand, he's a very brilliant guy, super smart, top of his class, can learn just about anything, can remember just about anything because he has a photographic memory. On the other hand, his interpersonal skills are not there. So he's intellectual, right? He has the soft or the hard skills. He has the hard skills. Resume is on point. Anytime this guy submits a resume to a company, doesn't matter what it is. If he submits 10 resumes, he's going to get almost 10 callbacks. That's how smart he is. I am, on the other hand, coaching, I'm like this. If I submit 10, I'm probably going to get called back by 1 or 2, right? I don't know why that's the case, right? I don't want to say my hard skills are suck. Well, when I was applying for jobs, that is, right? But it was very difficult back then when I was applying for roles, right? Submitted 10, maybe only get 1 call back or something like that. But for Jeremy, on the other hand, he's able to submit 10 and get about 10 callbacks, right? But the issue with Jeremy was this. When Jeremy got to the interview, he didn't get past the first stage for 6 of those callbacks. They talked to him, they spoke with him. Next thing you know, they're done. They're choosing to move on to a different candidate. So Jeremy found out that he's coming up short with the soft skills, guys, the people skills. Does this sound like some of you? And Aaron says it sounds like him, right? And guys, the whole point of this chat today is for us to be transparent, and I love the interaction, and I'm going to be responding to the chats and so forth. But doesn't this sound like a lot of us, right? It sounds like this sounds like kids that we may be raising. This sounds like nieces or nephews. This sounds like some of us, right? So it was brilliant, one hand, soft skills lacking because they didn't spend a lot of time outside, right? So, while hard skills, have their place in life, being able to read, being able to write, being able to do math, it's the soft skills are going to be the ones or the things that's going to help us get through life, right? They're going to be the things that help us get through life, and they're going to be the things that help us to success. And they are, I would personally say, more important than those hard skills. They are very much more important. You think about it, right? Jeremy, super smart, get a call back, but once he gets in the face of other people, he's not getting the job. So he's hired me to help him with that. And guys, if this sounds like you, Aaron, book a coaching session with me and I'll help you do that, okay? So let me continue on. What are soft skills? You guys are probably wondering, you're hearing about soft skills. I talk about soft skills in my videos all the time. You hear, if you found my channel through O'Shea Duke Jackson, you probably heard me on this interview talking about soft skills, or, if you listen to Kevin Samuels or something like that, you probably heard him talking about soft skills. If you watch, the lead attorney or some of your other favorite YouTubers, if you see sort of how they've been able to grow, they are using soft skills because they're building relationships, to doing collaborations and all of this other stuff to be able to build a platform. I'm starting to build the platform on the YouTube because I'm now starting to take it serious. But I really have mastered the soft skills in my personal life to get to where I am today, which is a millionaire and also making over 6 figures in my life for the last, 10 plus years. So let's just continue on. And I'm sure for the folks like Professor Black Ops, right? He's done magnificent things in his life. This guy has a resume that is, even stronger than mine. If you were to talk to him, and maybe we'll be able to get him on a call today, if I open it up for Zoom, I guarantee he's going to tell you about the soft skills. Okay, but let's continue on. So soft skills are the things that really help you have success in life. It helps you engage with others. It helps you to prevent bad things from happening to you. It gives you the ability to really have success in your job, in almost all parts of your life, with relationships and so forth, guys. And where does it come from? Well, they say that we're supposed to have learned these soft skills in kindergarten. That's what they say. They say that you're supposed to learn these soft skills of how to work with others, how to prevent yourself from getting mad, right? How to make good friends, how to make good choices, how to be responsible, how to figure things out. These are some of the things that they're saying that we should be learning in kindergarten, but we know that that's not the case. Well, I can't really say that because I don't remember kindergarten, right? I don't remember that. But, obviously, I think right now, some of the things that they're saying is one of the issues or leading causes of a lot of people missing these soft skills is technology. And that could be the case. It certainly could be the case. Let us carry on, though. So with soft skills being such a skill set that most people need, right? Employers right now, if you guys go to my Black Height site, right? One of the things that you'll see on there is statistics, because companies are losing billions of dollars a year on growth because of people are lacking soft skills, right? And it's a big surprise to a lot of employers these days that people are lacking soft skills. So it's a big problem across the board, from, you know, people coming out of college, people coming out of high school, right? People who have already been into the professional career for quite some time. There's a huge gap with these soft skills, guys. So there was a study that I read most recently. It was done in 2018, and they basically said this. They said nearly 10 corporations and almost half of academic institutions said new hires lack soft skills required to perform at a high level on the job. And this may be true. Oh, we may be able to get my boy, Professor Black Ops, on here. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. So more than likely, I'm going to open up this call if I don't have a very long call, run out of time. But let me continue. So, and there was a survey that was done, and the survey suggests from these corporations that soft skills these soft skills deficit. Let me get that right. I gotta, re-trigger my mind. That the soft skills deficit is so problematic that they believe that new hires are ill prepared to tackle some of the most difficult yet common challenges that they will face in the workplace today. And I'm seeing that myself, being a career coach, being a career mentor, being a career counselor, and so forth, right? I'm seeing that. And some of these soft skills that they're talking about are these capabilities: the ability to communicate, communication skills, right? The ability to make people feel good about themselves, interpersonal skills, and having empathy. That's part of it as well, having empathy, putting yourself in other people's shoes, realizing what they are experiencing and having empathy. Another one is persistence and perseverance, right? People are easy to get knocked down and continue to be down, guys. Right? Another soft skill that these corporations said that their people are missing are things like leadership, the ability to influence people, right? The ability to influence people, and when you are in a leadership position, influence people towards one goal: to make the corporation or to make their lives better, or to make your life better, right? Another one is creative problem solving. And we're going to get into this, the problem solving one for real, because I'm going to be talking about some examples in this one. Work ethic is another one. People don't want to work hard. People don't want to work hard. Critical and analytical thinking, optimism, and a growth mindset. These are all soft skills that came up on a list in the survey that these top 10 corporations that were surveyed, and some of these big institutions were saying that people were missing. That's right. Now, does this resonate with a lot of you? I'm sure that it does. I'm sure that it does. So let's continue on. We're going to use Jeremy, my client. Jeremy, shows up, his first job out of school, lack of soft skills, right? Doesn't really know how to collaborate with others. He would rather use instant message, text messaging, right? You pick up the phone, right? The guy's hands goes da 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 da. Matter of fact, when he reached out to me on LinkedIn, and seriously, we had a Zoom call, and I just remember him wanting to, chat with me or have a conversation with me via text message through LinkedIn while we were having a conversation, right? That's what he was most comfortable with. Okay, he's paralyzed by the fact that, face-to-face conversations with his boss or with anybody else, he's really paralyzed when he gets into a situation like that, especially when he's real face-to-face. He's gotten better at it, on camera since he's had to work from home and stuff like that. But I'm talking about the experience that Jeremy had when he had his first job. So paralyzed by that. And really, Jeremy doesn't get a job for quite some time. Okay. Long story short, Jeremy, at that point in time, early within his career, he ignored the problem that he was having these social anxieties, didn't have a lot of the soft skills, and he really just ignored the problem and hoped that it would go away as he got older in age. It did not. It did not. He continued to become a better software developer, working for a nice company right now. Not a very big company, but right now he's at that point where he wants to make more money. Okay, so he's asked me for that help. Okay, he's asked me for that help, and that's what I'm helping him towards. If this resonates with you, this resonates with a cope, if it doesn't resonate with you, you may know somebody just like this. It's not going to go away unless you address it, guys. It's not going to go away unless you address it. So the question is, why is there a skill deficit on soft skills? Well, we can say technology. I said that, right? Technology could be a huge impact and could be, a culprit to this whole thing. And it could be a significant factor, but I don't think it's the sole culprit to it though. And there's been research that's out there, and people, are speculating that it's the American, a school or institution that really started to focus more on standardized tests. That's what people are saying, because you got to remember, right? You need standardized tests in order for you to get into these powerful academic institutions. So with people really focusing on the hard skills, being able to read and being able to understand, they're saying that the soft skills part of it really went far left when we started to focus more on standardized testing. And I can certainly see that. Technology and the focus towards standardized tests was certainly, or will and has, emphasized hard skills, right? To the exclusion of working with others, which is something that's very, very important. But that's something I personally think should be coming from the house. I am a father of 2 kids here, right? Daughter, she's just started the 2nd grade. She's in an online academy, doing wonderful. But one thing that I notice about my daughter is that she is a social creature. She is not afraid to go up to people outside. We go to dinners quite a bit outside and things like that. And she is not afraid to go up to just about any kid that's on the playground and have a conversation, more so than the other kids that, are playing. A lot of people are like, why is she coming up to me? Well, she doesn't mind doing that, which is a great thing. We make sure we do a balance of the online part of it and also, talking and allowing them to have discussions with us as adults, but also allowing her to socialize with other folks as well too outside of the school. So employers, in all actuality, they took notice to this and really started to, push back on the fundamentals of, these standardized tests and stuff like that. And they are really helping, towards changing the whole mindset of standardized tests. If you guys have probably seen on the news that they're starting to change, they may start to get rid of, certain standardized tests for entry into college and all those other stuff. So corporations are starting to push back because it's costing them billions of dollars a year in the workforce. So that's where I think that it went wrong. Okay, we can say technology. We can also say the emphasis on standardized tests. Now let's talk about the bigger picture here, guys. How soft skills impact your life. The soft skills isn't just about making or breaking your career. There's a larger application to soft skills throughout your life. Soft skills are like the foundation, the grease, the mechanisms, whatever you want to call it, the wheel, right? The backbone, the heart, in order for you to have a functioning and an enjoyable life. That is how I would say it. It is the grease. It is it is the heartbeat of you having a functioning well and an enjoyable life. And I can see, and you can tell somebody who has really good soft skills, guys. You can tell, right? If you know people who have really good soft skills, they're always happy. They have a lot of energy. They don't mind talking to people. They don't mind sharing experiences, all right? These are people that you look up to a lot of the times. And a lot of these people have really good social skills and good soft skills, right? They allow you to hear some of the things that you guys can relate to. So having good soft skills allows you to really reduce your phone bill. If you're talking to a customer service rep, they allow you to, get discounts in restaurants or get free meals, not by being an asshole. That's what I'm not talking about, being an asshole saying you're going to meals. I don't like this, so blah, blah, blah. No, having good soft skills, people take care of you. Me and my wife, the 2 kids went to a soccer game on Sunday for the first time. Austin Galaxy, whatever you want to call it, ATX. And I'm in a boot right now because you guys know I tore my Achilles and all this other stuff. I was on a scooter, right? And we went to the Lexus Lounge at the Austin Stadium. And I'm telling you guys, like, the amount of attention that you get when you have really good soft skills and you carry yourself a certain way, it's absolutely remarkable. It's absolutely remarkable. So we walk in, this is our first time inside there, and it's basically like a club lounge. It's a club lounge where you can basically get unlimited food and drinks and stuff like that before the game starts. So we get there at about 5:30. The game starts at 7, and this thing is jam packed. I mean, like, it reminds you of one of those. If you guys have gone to like a Delta Lounge or something like that, like the Premium Lounge or United Lounge, the Premier Lounge or something like that, where you walk in there and it's basically like, you have your own little, restaurant to yourself, and people are, serving you and all this other stuff. That's basically how the Lexus Lounge is at the Austin Soccer Stadium. And we're walking around trying to find a seat because it's full, right? And literally a woman who was sitting down, and we walked past her once, was scoping out seats for us, and literally went and told her friend to run to this table that we had not saw open so that we can actually sit there. It was just remarkable, right? It impacts your life on many aspects of it. You go into some place and people just automatically want to, serve you. You walk into a restaurant and people are like, Mr. Wade, you're going over here. It impacts every aspect of your life, guys. So customer service lowers your monthly bills, gets you the attention that you want. And let's start for you guys who are single. Tangeray 10, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. It's insane. Let me get to this. I really appreciate you, Tangeray. Soft skills are essential drivers of personal and professional success. I don't even think they should be called soft skills. You're right. You are absolutely right. They should be called life skills. And people are still trying to figure that out to this day, right? What do we call them? Do we call them social skills, soft skills, life skills? What are you going to call them? I'm calling them soft skills, but that's what they're known by today. And that's the common language that most people use. Okay. They allow you to convince customer service to lower your monthly bill. They get you the attention that you want. They get you the interviews that you want and so forth. And it's just remarkable, right? It's just remarkable. So it impacts your life in multiple aspects of it. And using soft skills well show that you are capable, you are personable because you can relate to people, you are reliable, in that you are trustworthy. Let me repeat that. Showing or having really good soft skills, guys, it shows that you are capable, personable, reliable, and trustworthy. So Jeremy had all these skills from a hard skill perspective. He has all of these skills, super smart, super intelligent, but what he's missing is the soft skills element. So when Jeremy would get the callbacks from these recruiters, his soft skills didn't show that he was capable. His soft skills didn't show that he was personable, although his resume said it. His soft skills didn't show that he was reliable or trustworthy. So Jeremy isn't making the 6 figures that he wants to make. That's why he's calling me. Okay? He's doing something about it. And if this sounds like you, pick up the phone, call us. Okay? Let us continue on. So these are the soft skills that you need in order for you to really become an outstanding person in life, to have the success that you want in life, but also in order for you to get to the bag in the world in the IT space. And I know I always talk about management information systems, IT, and getting to the bag, but the degrees, the education, that's fine. Guys, a lot of us have that education, but you also going to have to master these soft skills in order for you to get to the bag, to have the success that you want in life. And as I mentioned, soft skills impact every aspect of your life. And I didn't get into the, folks who are single. right? Folks who are single have good soft skills. They get more girlfriends or more boyfriends. They get more opportunities to find a mate. All of that, it plays into your everyday life, guys. So let me do this. Let me jump over to the chat because I know I've been rambling for the last 30 minutes. Let me see what you guys have to say. Thomas Landrum says, I agree. Social skills are important. We are social creatures. Absolutely. Marvin Watkins, Massachusetts he's coming to Massachusetts by the way of Chicago. Professor Black Ops said, okay, he would come on the call. Tangeray said soft skills will make or break your career. Noah says 100%. Marvin says, can one have a lucrative career in tech if their soft skills far exceed their hard skills? Yes, you absolutely can, especially if you go into management, Marvin. Yes, they absolutely can, especially if you go to management. One of the things that you're going to find out, and this is me, by the way, Marvin. So I come from a management information systems background, computer science minor, right? My hard skills are good. I was a good software engineer. I was probably one of the best software engineers, right? But my soft skills were a lot better than my hard skills, right? I can relate to people a lot better than that. And one of the things is I was able to rise through the ranks relatively fast. The people who came from Milwaukee School of Engineering, MSOE, some of the other schools, University of Wisconsin-Madison, some of the other technical schools, Marquette, that came into the same class as I went up the ladder a lot faster than they were. Fastest one to the director position in the company that we worked for at that time, right? So yes, can one have a lucrative career in tech in their soft skills far exceed? Absolutely, sir. Vaughn Fisher, I'm debating between CIS and MS. I don't know if I'll be a good manager. Well, the good thing is if you go with CAS, you're going to learn about the business side. You're going to learn about the business side on both sides, right? Management information systems is really for the people that really have when they really want to manage the information systems, the IT processes. Computer information systems really is more driven for the people who are on the technical side, but it doesn't matter which one you go because eventually if you are technical and you're like, you know what, I want to get to this money. You know where the money is. Money is going up the leadership position. You can learn this. The thing about management is something that you can learn. Okay, leadership is something that you can learn if you focus on it. So don't worry about that. Let's do this. I don't like video calls, but I prefer face-to-face, but I'm more of a text call person. Okay, that's awesome. Let's see. Appreciate all you do, BH James Sandman. I appreciate you too, man. I really appreciate you. Women tend to be social creatures compared to men in general. I would agree with that, some aspects of it, but there's some weird, I won't say weird, let me just change my language here. There are some women who aren't social as well and have, don't have really good soft skills too. I know that. I know that from a fact because I've done a lot of hiring and things like that, right? And Aaron B says you tend to be interviewed by women. And Vaughn Fisher said, thank you. Okay, perfect. Let me continue on. I want to jump over to something. I want to show you guys something, right? I want to use, let me go to my notes over here where I was going to go. And let me tell you, I'm going to give you guys a prime example. So you guys know I'm a career coach and I've been helping people and I haven't really been into the job market in a long time. I have not. I haven't sought or looked at my value in the market in a very long time because I have no plans on leaving my corporation or anything like that, right? And I have a perfect situation going on for myself, right? I have my company, I have real estate, and I have a corporate job, a W-2, right? So since I've been getting more involved into coaching, especially for the younger generation and helping out with soft skills and things like that, what I've been doing is trying to get an understanding of what the market is like today. So I recently did something that I'm going to share with you guys. I put myself on the market to see, what it is that companies are doing today in order for them to attract talent, in order for me to learn the interview process and brush up on my skills, in order for me to see if soft skills is what it is that's actually causing people to get jobs and things like that, right? I want to put what I know to test on the market. And I want to be able to come back to the people who I am influencing as a leader, right? To be able to share accurate results. Okay, I'm going to share something with you guys, okay? So here's an offer that I just recently got, and I'm going to share it with you guys right now. Drop it over here. Let me know if you can see my screen. If you guys can see my screen, put a 1 in the chat, okay? Put a 1 in the chat. I'm going to share it here. 1 second. I think I'm missing Oh, here it is. Put a 1 in the chat. You can see my screen. And I got to do this. If I do the 1 in the chat, I think I have to do this way. I'll drag this over here. That's the thing about technology these days. Screen share, boom. Okay, I think we're good there. Guys, if you can see my screen, put a 1 in the chat, okay? What you will see here is an offer letter that I most recently got, okay? And it has my address and all this other stuff off of the screen. And the reason why I have this up here is because of the fact that I want to show you guys of what I recently did results. If I'm going to tell you something, I'm going to show you receipts. I will happily show you receipts. I am an open person, a transparent person, and I'm going to show you receipts. Vaughn Official said they can see it. Professor Black Ops said he can see it. Very good, very good. Okay, here's an offer. Blurred out my my address and the company name because I don't need you guys to see it. Here's an offer that I started off in sometime in July, and I was offered a starting position as a program manager, something that I was interested in. Okay, and look at the salary, guys. A salary of $140,000. Here's the thing. I just went through the process to go through 4 interviews to learn about what the interviews were like. I looked at a program manager role as something I know I can do and something I've done before, right? And I put my resume out for it, and of course, the fish bought the hook, right? And they were offering me $140,000 salary, okay, with a bonus plan that they're going to give me, and really good compensation and so forth, right? And let me tell you something, guys. Let me tell you something here. I have this blanked out because of the fact that it is, personal and private information. But let me jump over here. Let me jump back to the normal screen here, and so that you guys can see me. Going through the interview process, I went through 4 interviews. And you guys know project managers, program managers, they want to know, what projects have you managed and all this other stuff, right? Every one of those interviews that I had really didn't get into any of those questions. I'm like, they asked a question initially, tell me about yourself, right? But once you tell them about yourself and you kind of talk about your experience as a project manager, it goes into who do you know? It goes into, oh, your kids do this. Oh, it goes into your wife does this, right? It goes into all the personal aspects of it that you're having a conversation about. At a certain point in time, when you're going through these interviews, it's not even about the hard skills. It's about you being able to relate to the person that's on the other side of the screen or the other side of the table, right? So as a person that, coaches people on soft skills and, how to climb the ladder and, the different positions in IT that they can get into to get to the money, right? I put it to test. I put it to test by putting my resume out there, getting a job offer, $140,000. I didn't negotiate. I denied it, of course. I declined the job because I'm not looking to go anywhere, but I wanted to make sure I had the experience of what interviews are like, that they also focus on soft skills. And yes, they do ask you some of the questions and stuff like that as you continue to move up. But guys, the majority of it were soft skills. It was all the soft skills. How could I react to the questions that they were coming or throwing towards me? What are some of the challenges I experienced in my life before? What are some of the best things that I've had in my career? All these are soft skills, and being able to communicate all that stuff was what got me the job. My last interview was a panel session with the senior vice president of this company, as well as the hiring manager, as well as 2 of the hiring manager's peers, right? And I personally thought that this is a senior program manager role, by the way. I personally thought I probably, if I would have came into the company, if I would have said yes, I would have been asking for a senior director title or a vice president title, and I would have been asking for a lot more money. But the whole point of it was that in that last panel discussion, guys, it wasn't about my hard skills. It was about who I was as a person. Am I going to be a big culture fit? Am I, what are some of the things that I've experienced in my life, right? And what I talked about was life experiences, being able to lead teams of 180 plus, being able to travel the world. What are some of the things that, is there any country that I wouldn't go back to? Are there any people? Are people the same? Things like that really got me this job opportunity, guys, at $140,000 a year. So if I can do it, somebody who is I'm not even in the program manager role. I'm actually in sales, right? Then you can do it. That's the whole point of this, guys. If I can do it, you can do it. And you can do it relatively easy. Just brush up on the soft skills, guys. And I'm going to tell you something. I want you guys to take this as a note. And I'm going to give you some tips, by the way, on, some soft skills that you can take away from this chat today that's going to help you. One of the books, and I'll do this. One of the books that I want you guys to read, and this is an important one because I have Jeremy, my client, reading this book too. The Hard Truth About Soft Skills. This is a book that tells you about people's experience in the corporate world that you will be missing if you don't read this book. It's about simple stuff that seems like, you would automatically know this stuff, but common sense isn't always common, as one would say. So my advice is to pick up this book and read it, okay? Good book to read about other people's experiences in corporate America on a job, CEOs and so forth, that are personal stories that will help you in your career to climb the ladder and to get to the bad guys. Good book right here, I would say. Another book is this. A question that I think Mr. Luis asked me our last live stream was this one. About, what are some things that's going to set him apart as an MIS major? Well, this is going to set you apart from any major, computer science, information technology management, and so forth. This is another book, How to Talk to Anyone, right? 92 little tricks for big success in relationships. And this is relationships on every aspect of your life, guys. Every aspect of your life. Another good book, and it's based on Dale Carnegie, How to Make Friends, or How to Influence Friends, or whatever the book is. Good book here as well too, and I would advise you guys to read this book because it is great, and it's going to help you, understand the dynamics of soft skills and so forth. And I would advise for you guys to read that book. Let me jump over to my notes here because I wanted to make sure I did something here. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys 3 tips that I want you guys to just take away here, and you probably it's going to resonate with you. One of the things that has always stuck out to me and has really allowed for me to really just get far in life, right? Get far in life is the ability to master these soft skills. But a huge part of it is how you carry yourself. And I'm going to tell you something right now, guys. Your posture has a lot to do with it. Your posture, how you walk into a room, tells you if you are confident, if you are not confident, if you are rich, or if you're poor, or if you're fake, guys. I'm going to tell you just like this. If you notice people that walk into a room and you notice that person, they stand out. They could be big, they can be small. But if their posture is right, it's going to make a world of difference on how people perceive you and the perception. In my last chat, we talked about perception, right? We talked about, the reality about perception, and part of the, people's perception about you is your own behaviors. And your posture has a lot to do with it, guys. I grew up having a horrible posture. I was that guy that leaned over and, my arms, I was lanky at one point in time until I had a growth spurt. Now I'm a little bit bigger and stuff like that. But your posture really is what tells it. If you walk into a bar, right, and you know somebody who's trying to be, somebody and they're really not, you can just tell by their posture. You can look at them and be like, you ain't worth a shit, right? Or she ain't what it is. Right? She's not, they don't make a lot of money. The people who really get to the money, the millionaires and stuff like that, you can tell by their posture. They're confident. They walk around, they get stuff done. And that's one piece of it, guys, that I want to tell you. And one of the things that I've learned also is wear boots and spurs. And what I mean by that is about how you walk as well, guys. I had that pimp walk at one point in time where it was just walking cool walk, right? I don't want to call it pimp walk, whatever you want to call it, cool walk. And I remember in grad school doing a presentation like, man, Antoine, you communicate well, my speech coach, because somebody asked me the other day if I had a speech coach before and communication coach. Yes, I had one before. One of the things that they said when they noticed when I was walking to the room, I was trying to be cool Antoine. What they said was, Antoine, This is how you walk into a room if you're confident. Boots and spurs, right? Shoulders up, back. Walk into the room, boots and spurs. Look it up online. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about, boots and spurs. You're going to get the attention that you want. People are going to look at you as you are somebody by itself. And that's going to be 50% of the challenge that you're going to have. Guys, it's your posture, boots and spurs, how you come into a room, and you're going to get the attention that you want on multiple aspects of it, from males and from females, okay? That's one piece of it. Problem solving. We're going to talk about that, right? Because a lot of it is, especially in the work world, and this is a soft skill as well too, that, you know, when I ran through about the soft skills, right? Problem solving is a huge piece of it. As a person that has a W-2 and works in corporate America and climbed the ladder, right? Making, you know, over $500,000 a year. Your boss, your leaders, the people that you work for, expects for you to figure it out, guys. That's a soft skill. Be able to problem solve. They don't want to hear people that's complaining. They expect for you to figure it out. Let me give you an example. Okay. Some years ago, our customers, you know, at a company that I was working for prior, were really upset about our support organization. They didn't enjoy it at all. Okay. Didn't enjoy it at all. The experience wasn't good. And one of the things I had to do was fix that. That was my job. Right. So one of the things that I did was a whole bunch of research comparing other companies to the company that I was at. And I had to create support plans, brand new support plans on how other customers that do well in the market and how we were doing and so forth. And I basically altered the entire thing. It took me a good 9+ months to be able to do it. And what I would say is this, is that I could have complained. I could have been that person that says, you know, oh, this is too big. This is going to take forever to do it. Guys, it earned me a promotion by just doing that and sticking it out and really just doing the research. Problem solve, guys. Problem solving is a soft skill that you need to be able to master and just figure it out. And your boss expects for you to figure it out. If you want to climb the ladder, guys, you're going to have to solve problems, and you're going to have to, if you see a problem that exists today, you're going to have to solve that problem. Nobody cares why it's going on and so forth. If it's something that was in your span of control or something that you are experiencing in your career, problem solve is going to help you to climb the ladder fast, guys. It's going to get you to the bag in corporate America or in your life in general. Okay. You see a problem, address it. Problem solve. Nobody cares about the whining piece of it. And the last one that I want to leave you guys with is this. Whining is for kids. I have a 4-year-old now. He just turned, Aegis just turned 4, and 7/11, baby, July 11th. And my son, he's a mama's boy. He loves his dad. He's a mama's boy. And he comes downstairs a lot of times just whining. Aegis, what's going on? Oh, I can't get my toy. I can't get my toy from under the bed. It's stuck. I can't get it. And he whines and he whines and he whines. And whining is for kids because he's 4 years old. And even then, when he whines, nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to hear it, guys. Nobody wants to hear any whining. I say that all the time to him because I'm trying to, you know, help him be able to problem solve and all this other stuff. So when you see a problem, address it and don't whine about it, right? The expectation is for you as an employee to stop whining. I'm gonna use an example. Last company that I worked for as well, we went through acquisitions, right? At that point in time, I was a manager. He was my team lead. And he whined because he thought that the company that we were merging with or acquiring, that, you know, they were going to be eliminating roles. And he started to whine and blah, blah, blah to my manager, who was his director at that point in time while I was a manager, and started to whine about a whole bunch of people. And this guy had a pretty good, I would say he was known to be a very good worker, okay? He was a team lead. I had promoted him team lead. Well, his whining, you know, had my director asking me, you know, obviously what I'm going to do about it, and asking, you know, why was I considering him to be promoted the next round to a manager since I was going to be promoted to a senior manager relatively fast, right? During his acquisition. And little did you know, I raised my hand and said, yes, I want him to be promoted to manager. It got shut down because he whined too damn much. Okay. It got back to other people. So guys, here's the thing. Whining is for kids. Whining is for kids. And even then, nobody wants to hear about it. Stick and do your job. Get it done. If you're going to see a problem, go and fix it. Address it. Don't whine. Nobody wants to hear that. Not in your personal life. Nobody wants to hear it in your professional life as well, too. So those are, the three big things that I want you guys to take away from this live stream today. Your posture, right, is very important. It's going to help you with the perception, and that's a behavior that you have control over. 2, problem solve. You're going to have to be able to be a good problem solver, fix issues that comes up your way in your personal and your professional life, right? 3, stop whining. Stop whining. Let's jump over to the chat. I want to see if this is resonating with any of you guys, man. I've been talking all freaking day. Let's see, man. Let's see. Thomas, my first accounting job interview was like 20% business, 80% personal. That was before the pandemic, though, and I still know a soft skill downgrade. I would pick up the first book. Okay, awesome. That's great, Thomas. 227, here from Chicago. Ron Willis talked about the walk. It's embarrassing, but I've practiced it. It's true. It is absolutely true. The walk, it's a confidence thing. Like, people notice you. I can tell you this right now. I traveled to over 68 countries. I can still go back to those countries and go back to the restaurants where I went to before. And I can tell you this, they're going to serve me first. Like, it's almost like you make a relationship with the first time you meet somebody based on how you walk a lot of the times and how you carry yourself. That is half the battle, guys. That's half the battle. The walk is important. Aaron B., I attended several online interviews this year after I quit my last job 10 months ago and demonstrated soft skills in these interviews, especially in high-income roles. Yes. However, I often get an excuse as to why they didn't hire me. I often get that I don't have enough certain experience despite the fact, blah, blah, blah. Yes, that could be the case, Aaron. It certainly could be the case, and including your portfolio. I don't know the situation. I don't want to get it through chat. Pick up the phone, ring me, book a session with me. It's inexpensive. Thomas, I go through a recruiter on LinkedIn. Adding a personal photo always helps. Absolutely. As I said earlier, I dislike online video interviews because I prefer face-to-face. Yes, in online video interviews, I say this, if you're good face-to-face, online video interviews should be easy. Because here's the thing about online video interviews. You have the resources right there in front of you, right? Like, literally, you can have a setup to where you have, your notes and stuff like that you can literally use to, have talking points. Just like I'm doing right now, I have notes all off to the side on the things that I wanted to cover for this live stream. It's a cheat sheet, right? It keeps you on track. It keeps you from losing, it's easy for me to lose focus, especially with the chat going on right here, right? You can use that for interviews. So online interviews, there's even better, right? Face-to-face is great too. Yeah, absolutely. Face-to-face I prefer face-to-face. But one thing I noticed with going through this interview process is that I had the cheat sheet right in front of me, guys. So not only can I sell myself if I'm a really good personal face-to-face, sitting down next to somebody, online made it even more because I had notes right there in case they wanted to get into hard skills or my experience and things like that, right? So, yes, let's see here. Business photo, one of my favorite quotes, whining shows a lack of character. If you don't like the way something is, do something to change it. I love that. Absolutely, Tiffany or Tamara. Absolutely. Whining shows lack of character. It's true. People who always complain, oh my God, I've been watching, you guys may not know who this is, but Anton Daniels as of late. And he's one of those guys who, we have a very similar background. And one of the things that I would say about him is that, we don't like excuses. We don't like whining, right? We don't like victim mentalities. We like people who want to go to where they want to go. We are prime examples of people who've gotten to certain place in their life, became millionaires, because we know that you can do it. Right. So one of the things that, I'm doing is making sure I give back just by that. Right. And it's little things. It's not big things. It's little things. The way how you carry yourself. Right. Your posture is a huge aspect of that. Your behaviors is a huge aspect of that. You just watch and see. You walk around a little bit different than you were before. Google it, whatever it is. Guarantee you your day is going to be even better than it was before if you didn't change it. Just like all you want, most interviews are done. The second interview is usually in person, okay? Teresa Wade, your son just heard you say that he whines a lot and that seed's going to boom you when he... the wife is actually watching the live stream today. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, babe. Thank you so much for joining us. CW, every position I've had was a result of my soft skills. The hard skill got the interview while the soft skills secured the money. It's true, CW. CW, true. It is absolutely true. That was the whole point of this video today, my man. It's the whole point of the video today is the fact that it is the hard skills that's going to get you into the door, get you to interview. People are going to look at it in paper and say, you know what, goddamn, that's a book, right? It's the hard skills, the things on your resume is like on the YouTube, right? What gets people to click, the thumbnails, right? But once they get in there, are you saying something, right? Are you saying something, right? So the hard skill is definitely what gets you to the door, right? But the soft skills, the hard skills is what gets you to the door. The soft skills is what's going to get you to the bag, guys. Otherwise, it's going to get you fired. If you had bad bedside manner and you're causing your business, the business money, you're going to get fired, guys. That's just what it is. So brush up on your soft skills. If you have good soft skills, you're going to be employed for a long time. People are going to remember you. You're also going to get to the bag. If you don't, you're not going to get to the bag and you're going to get fired. And your hard skills is what is what gets you into the door. So going back to Jeremy, I'm working with him on the soft skills point. He has this book in his hand and he's reading it. And we're, discussing this on a weekly basis on how he can improve, going through mock interviews and things like that to help him out to prepare to get into a company like Microsoft or Google. He wants to work for a FANG company. He's a developer, and he's an Asian gentleman, by the way. And just he found me through the channel and, obviously is seeking some advice and some guidance. So Aaron B, I use my notes to my online interviews. However, it can also make things awkward, such as lagging and slow response. Man, you gotta, sorry, I belched just now. Oh, man, Aaron, you're gonna have to get that high-speed internet, man. Shouldn't be no lagging, or either get a computer with some really good resources, right? And there's I can recommend one. I'm using the MSI right now, and it's Windows-based. I'll only use Windows-based products. But man, it's dope. And I'm running a major app right now with this live stream and have all sorts of stuff going on. I have 2 cameras and I can have 3 and all this other stuff, right? My office is prime and ready for it, but you're gonna have to get the resource that you need in order for you to do that. But CW, you are absolutely right. Every position I've had is a result of the soft skills. Hard skills got the interview, while the soft skills secure the money. You're absolutely right. That's the whole point of this live stream today, guys. So let me see this. You know what? I have some people that I would love to hear from. And I'm going to see if I can open up a Zoom just to see if anybody wants to come on and chop it up and tell about their experience as well too, man. So let's see if I can do this. I'm a bit technically challenged at times, but if I can do this, that would be amazing. And that would give you guys an opportunity to chat it up with me. Okay, that looks like that's right. All right, I'm here, meetings. I got my meetings here. Let's do this. Start a Zoom call. New meeting. Let's do this. Boom, I got my meeting going. I'm going to change these settings. Give me a second, guys. Bear with me. Oh, don't want to do that. Okay, not that. That's not it. Audio settings. Let's get this set up the correct way. I want my audio to go through cable B. I want my mic to go through cable A. Mic check, mic check. Looks like I can hear that. Test speaker. Perfect. Boom, I can hear that. All right, and I'm going to take myself off the Zoom camera. And folks who are going to be coming on, I am going to not put you on, but people should be able to hear your voice. So let's do this. Let's invite, copy the link. I'm going to drop it over here, guys. Boom. Okay, the link is in the chat. If you guys want to come on and chop it up with me and, talk about your experience with the hard skills and the soft skills and where you are, come on in. Come on in. I would love to hear from you guys. I'm over here foaming up at the mouth because of I've been talking a lot, man. But here's a link. If you guys can see the link in the chat, put a 1 in there. You don't have to jump on, but I want to make sure that you guys can see the link because I am using a different app. Let me do this. Let me see if I can get some of this. Last time I went live, right, guys? I wasn't able to show my super chats on the screen, and it was because my vMix social was not up. Let me do this. Let me see if I can do that now. Connect. I might as well just try this while somebody tries to get into the chat, and I gotta watch it because, okay, boom. It looks like we got that going. Let's open that up. Okay. All right. And I got a lot of windows going on over here, guys. So if you try to get into the chat and I don't see you, I apologize ahead of time. But guys, do me a favor. Leave me a message in the chat. I want to check out my other vMix chat. I'm using a program that I find to be remarkable, and it allows me to do a whole bunch of things, right? And I'm just getting well, I've been using it for quite some time, but I'm just getting used to all of the different features and functions of it. And, you know, one of the things that you got to do is you got to learn. So do me a favor, leave me a chat in the chat box. I see people watching, but I don't see anything going in the chat. So did I screw it up? All right, I'll type it for myself. Why not? Hello, everyone. Boom. Let's see if that comes up in vMix, because that's important. Okay. I would like to come on, but I really have a question about my general situation. However, it would be on audio due to lunch being over. Well, Mr. Thomas, you don't have to come on, my man. Okay, one second. I want to do this first. Who's on? Looks like we got John Hightower on. Can you hear me, John?
Can you hear me?
I can. I want to make sure the people in the chat can hear you, man. How are you doing today, brother?
I am, aka Professor Black Ops. That's my government name.
We got the Professor Black Ops in the house. Hold on for a second, man. Hold on for a second, y'all.
What's up?
What's up?
I say what's up?
And you can hear that, right?
I say what's up?
Awesome. All right, we got some, and guys, can you? I want to make sure the chat can hear us as well. So give me 1 second, Professor Black Ops, and I'm going to make sure everybody can hear us. Okay. All right. Okay. So Tiffany Wade said she can hear. Okay, Tiffany, can you do me a favor? Leave me a 1 in the chat if you can hear us. If you can hear me and Professor Black Ops. Say something, Professor Black Ops.
What's up, chat? What's up?
Oh, yeah. He's saying what's up to the chat. Leave me a 1 in the chat if you can hear. Yo, he said yes, we can. So, brother, Professor Black Ops, man, you got a fantastic resume, my man. I just love the credentials that you share with me, man. Tell us how you got to where you are in life today to get those credentials, hard skills and soft skills. What do you got to add to the topic, my man?
I just want to know you're 100% right on the soft skills. I just kind of lucked up. I was a nerdy kid, so I just started doing programming in 1984. I actually went to a vocational school because I was a high honor skills, and they were offering program on a IBM mainframe. That's how old I am. I did COBOL, PL1, and Fortran, and I just excelled at it, and I loved it.
Yep.
Then I went on to a university school. Then I started off as a junior programmer in 1990. So I kind of went the traditional route. Shout out, I'm sure my degree's older than a lot of people out there.
I think you put that in the chat the other day, and you were talking about the C+ and the Fortran and the COBOL. I'm like, oh man, like that's old school, my man. But that's fantastic, man. That's a long time in the game, man.
Oh yeah, I've been in the game for 35 years, actually programming, DBA, system admin, web admin. I've been doing a lot. So that's one reason I started my channel. I seen you chopping it up and some other people keep it techie. So I'm like, I'm gonna start a channel. And actually I sent a couple people your way that were looking for some mentorship.
Yeah.
I said, I seen you holding it down and doing it. That's not something I do. I said, go over my man to Black Heights and check him out. He's got his coaching program. That's not something I do. So I'll send a couple people your way.
Man, I appreciate you, Professor Black. Man, do me a favor. Shout out the channel, man. Like, shout out the channel that you have so I can send the people who are watching us today over to your channel, man. Because I got to say this, man. There's not many of us that are in this space on YouTube. Now, there's many of us who are in this space in the world. I come across brothers all the time that are doing absolutely fantastic, getting this money in tech and have a fantastic life. But it seems like we aren't able to push that out there on YouTube. Now I see it now. You yourself keep it teching, myself and some other folks out there, IT help desk, all these guys. But really, like, I love to see that the tech game is filled with people like us, people of all race, all that sort of stuff, man. Like, tell people, shout out your channel, man.
It's Professor Black Ops, all one word, cybersecurity for the people. You see it, it's three-pronged. I usually do cyber news, then I do, it's called STIGs, which is securing servers. Then I do society stuff.
Nice, man. You know what? If there is a way, and guys, do me a favor, moderators, Tamara or Teresa, babe, do me a favor. If you can go to Professor Black Ops channel, drop his link into the chat so that people can actually go and subscribe to my man. I appreciate your brother, Professor Black Ops, man. Anything else you want to leave on the topic, my man?
Nah, I'm sure we're gonna hook up and do an interview. Everything you saying is on point. Like you said, as I get older, as you well know, there's a lot of foreign people in this business. Yes. So my job really is just communicate with the foreign people to communicate to the customers, and you can make six figures. Obviously, that's PMP and PM work. So there's a ton of ways to make money in it. Follow my man Black I.T. He's dropping gems. So I'm sure I'm gonna come on this channel and do an interview so we can chop it up for about an hour or something a little longer.
Yes, sir. We're gonna get you scheduled, man. And Professor Black Ops, how can I get a hold of you too? Obviously, I can go to your channel. I'm assuming your email is in your channel as well too, my man.
Yeah, Professor Black Ops, all one word, at gmail.com, and let's chop it up.
I appreciate you, brother, man. Thank you for jumping in today. Pocket Watching Day-Chi is in the house, man. Thank you so much for the super chat, my man. I appreciate you. I was watching you last night too, man. I was watching you. Professor Black Ops, thank you again. I appreciate you as well too, man. Guys, come on in. Come on in to the Zoom call. Come on into the Zoom call. I like to hear from you guys, man. We chatted up over here. I want to make sure that, guys, we're putting that content out there that's positive, putting out content that you can learn from. If you want to come in and ask a question too related to MIS or IT, jump on. I'll sit back here and chat it up with you guys as well too. And if I don't have the answer, I can always use Google. So it is. Let's jump on. Let's see if anybody else wants to come into the chat and have a conversation, man. I appreciate you guys for joining us today. And why not open it up for the entire chat to come on and ask their question. This is like almost like free coaching right here, guys. Oh, yes. Pocket Watching, we got to collab soon. I'm actually looking forward to that, my man. I hear that you're in St. Louis. I can tell you this, man. I own a lot of properties in St. Louis right now, in Ferguson, Florissant, as well as Belnor, across from UMSO, as well as in Lafayette Park, man. So St. Louis is a place that we go to often to check out the properties and stuff like that. Bank with Carrollton Bank. I'm sure you know who Carrollton Bank is if you live in that area. But yes, that's where my millionaire status comes from investing in St. Louis and really putting investments into those sort of assets in that area. That's caused me to reach that millionaire status, guys. So I love St. Louis. Pocket Watching JT, fantastic content creator and accountant, right? So one of the other degrees that I talk about on this channel, outside of management information systems, guys, that I think is fantastic as well, is accounting. And Pocket Watching JT is an accountant. And his platform is about really peeling back the onion, because you know accountants, they audit the business. They look at things with a fine-tooth comb, and they look at people's situation, and he does a fantastic job looking at the mainstream and what's popular in, the content creation space and what's popular in the news. And he really looks at it with a fine-tooth comb with an accountant lens on it. So that's another major that I recommend, guys. It's a fantastic business major. And I think he's doing a fantastic job, guys. If you like that sort of content, matter of fact, you don't need to really like it. Go and subscribe to my man, Pocket Watching JT. He is a fantastic content creator, and I appreciate you, brother, from stopping through and donating to the channel, my man. So let's do this, guys. It looks like that nobody's coming up. Nobody's coming up to the chat, man. I left it open. I left it open for you guys to get some free game, but I guess you guys are just getting used to this. I am too. I must say that I'm a bit clumsy at this point in time. You saw how it was on the Zoom and getting things set up, and I'm even still trying to figure out why my what do you call it? My YouTube isn't popping up right now with, oh, here it is. No wonder. It's a mistake that I personally made. This is the thing, man, with technology. It's pretty, oh, here it is. Here it is. Leave guys, oh, there it is. There it is. Here, I can put this on the screen now. Boom. And check that out. Wow. Watch this. Boom. Pocket Watching JT is on the screen with the $9, the $10 super chat. Man, I appreciate you, brother. I really do appreciate you. Now I got my chat working so I can interact with you guys even better. Who did I miss? I think I missed Tangeray 10 Gin and Tonic on here. That's what I'll do. I'll see if I can get Tangeray Gin and Tonic on here as well. You guys have been absolutely fantastic today. Thank you so much for rocking with me today, guys. I think it was a good show. I had fun of talking about how you guys can, or we can all get to the bag and things that we can all learn. There it is. Tangeray Gin and Tonic. Soft skills are essential drivers of personal and professional success, man. You are absolutely right about that. That's game, yo. That is straight game. Game. And guys, so we are at over the hour. I wanted to get in and get out with you guys. I really do appreciate you guys sharing your afternoon with me. I'm getting better at this. I expect to get even better at it. I'm going to come up with a schedule and put a, what do you call it? A survey out there and what kind of content that you guys like. Obviously, I'm going to keep it towards the management information systems, IT space, the soft skills space. But I would love to hear from you guys as well, too, on some of the content that we can create. And what I'll do is I'll find a specific time so that I can get on a consistent schedule to come on with you guys. So I really appreciate your support, guys. I do appreciate your support. You guys have been absolutely gracious with the super chats. And I'm a small YouTuber, guys. So, all the support that I can get, it's important. And it helps me to continue to come back and to put this content out there, guys. So thank you for all your support. And as you guys know how we do it, and we are out, guys. That's what we are out. And until next time, y'all. Peace.
What's up? I say what's up? I say what's up?
And I gotta say this, I forgot. I looked at my phone just now, and Thomas, man, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the Cashapp, man. I really do appreciate the Cashapp. I had to look at my phone. I don't keep that on me a lot of the times, but you know what? I got a chance to look at it, and I appreciate the Cash App, my brother. Thank you so much, and reach out to me if you need some help, my man. Let's get back to it.